got two economies and people can't see it. One is
That's
driven
right.
by liquidity, which is the tech stocks, and all the others live off debt and earnings. And if you ask the average business across anywhere in the United States, they're not seeing a boom time yet because the ISM survey is below 50. So we're not. So we've got two different forms of economic growth, and half of the growth that we got right now is the kind of pre-election goosing of tax and other stuff that's happening. So it'll work its way out. The economy will slow down. The Fed will get more aggressive is my general view.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Raoul Pal will talk about Bitcoin dominance and the altcoin rotation, Trump's token and its impact on crypto regulation, and how long the next crypto cycle will last. Let's catch him up to know more.
People don't yet understand. We have been testing this capital formation idea since ICOs. Right, we tested it. That one didn't work properly. Memes are another way of testing it. That's often without a VC involvement of an earlier stage. So, i.e. no product market fit or even, a deck or whatever. What we're doing here, as you're saying, is we're about to restructure how capital is formed. And what, again, people don't understand, it took half a day to coalesce $75 billion of value, right? That has never happened in world history.
Correct.
Right. I remember back in 2020 when Mukesh Ambani in one day bought back $18 billion of debt or $13 billion of debt, right? And did it all in equity. It was like, okay, that was capital formation at scale, the largest we'd ever seen. This fucking dwarfs it.
Exactly. And it was instantaneous and it was global.
And the other one we saw this with, which I said at the time was a signal, was the Constitution DAO.
Yep.
Same idea is look how fast you can form capital around an idea on the internet.
That's right.
So I don't know what it's going to mean, and I don't know where the regulatory aspect lies within this, but this breaks down and turns everything into crowdfunding. It levels the playing field on many things.
This has honestly been my view around, once the ICOs happened, the light bulb went off for me. I was like, this is the kind of first time we've had a globally democratized way of raising money. Now, are there going to be scams? Yes, there's scams in TradFi too, right? Like, I mean, it's the same. It's not like, I love the fact that people focus immediately on, oh, there's going to be so many scams. It's like, right, but what about the positive stuff that's going to come from this, right? You now have the ability for, frankly, anybody with an internet connection and a crypto wallet to participate in something that they, frankly, never had access to, right? I mean, we know this running funds, you have to have accredited investors or qualified purchasers to even get into the thing, right? This changes all of that. And I don't think people really grasp how big of a shift that is, because look at the speed that you can raise money from myriad people around the globe. And yes, I'm sure there's going to be people debating, well, where's this money coming from? We're already seeing, folks on the Democratic side of the United States, Maxine Water and, the folks like Elizabeth Warren saying like, well, who's investing in this meme coin of Trump and what are the disclosures and this and that and the other? That's going to happen. But the problem with, I think, looking at DC and the way that they currently function is they're operating in an analog world. The digital world is so much faster that you actually need people around you that understand it. Maybe the people that built it, like David Sacks and Mark Andreessen and Elon Musk, right? So this is another reason why I feel so bullish about what's happening in the United States right now and as it affects not only innovation in the United States, but I would say globally, is that you actually have, folks that are representative of a modern day Manhattan Project in the United States government trying to affect change in a positive way that's going to create, I think, one of the biggest economic booms we've seen in a long time.
Bitcoin's price is climbing today as investors react to the Federal Reserve's decision to keep interest rates unchanged. The Fed's latest policy statement acknowledged that inflation remains somewhat elevated, but it refrained from making any immediate changes. This uncertainty initially led to a brief dip in Bitcoin's value. But as Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell reassured markets that the central bank is keeping its options open, Bitcoin rebounded, surging toward the $105,000 mark. The sudden price jump triggered a wave of liquidations in the derivatives market. Short traders who bet against Bitcoin's price were forced to exit their positions, further fueling the rally. Over $43 million in short positions were wiped out in just 24 hours, intensifying bullish sentiment and pushing prices higher. Institutional investors have also played a significant role in Bitcoin's latest rise. Spot Bitcoin ETF have seen strong capital inflows, accumulating over $4.3 billion in new investments in the past 10 days. These inflows indicate growing confidence in Bitcoin as a long-term asset, particularly among major financial institutions looking for exposure to digital currency. From a technical perspective, Bitcoin is forming a bullish cup-and-handle pattern on the charts, a setup that often signals a strong upward breakout. Analysts suggest that if Bitcoin breaks above the $106,359 resistance level, it could quickly climb toward its all-time high of $109,000. A decisive move past this threshold could pave the way for Bitcoin to reach new highs, potentially targeting $125,000 in the coming weeks. The market remains on edge, watching for Bitcoin's next move. If momentum continues, the cryptocurrency may soon enter price discovery, setting the stage for another historic rally.
As the ISM survey picks up, in fact, when it crosses 50, it's pretty much the perfect signal for alt season. So you might have been playing Bitcoin call options last year, but how are you thinking of this year I mean, you were a big Solana holder and other stuff as well, but what do you think your asset allocation strategy is going to look like? Right now? I mean, obviously it can change, but...
I'm going to respectfully disagree short term with you on alt season.
Yeah,
that'd be
true, yeah.
And part of the reason is that, like, I've had a view for quite some time that I don't think Bitcoin dominance has actually topped. I think it actually still has some room to run. This doesn't mean that certain alts won't actually rise. It just means that it's not a true alt season until you see a complete, kind of reversal in Bitcoin dominance. That being said, the alts that we are actually looking at, I mean, the size of our fund, we can't be in the trenches with the degen, so to speak, right? But I do believe that if you look at, obviously things like Solana, right? Like, let's just call it what it is. Trump launched his meme coin 3 days before his election, inauguration, I should say.
We'll come back to that later.
Yeah, we will definitely come back. But if you look just fundamentally what happened on Solana, hundreds of thousands of new people onboarded, records amounts of trading volume on DEXs, record amounts of tips on Jito, which is a service that you can utilize to land your transaction faster. I mean, it's very difficult for me to still see a scenario where either A, Solana should remain 1/3 the value of Ethereum, or B, any of the high performance, high throughput chains can currently catch Solana. Now, I'm a trader, right? I understand the technical underpinnings of things like SWI, which is fantastic. I know Evan and the CTO there that invented the Move programming language. As you recall, I'm a technologist myself. This is a very powerful potential L1, but as a trader, I want to trade it. So yes, absolutely owning something like SWI in addition to Solana, I think provides you some beta to your Solana core positions. And as the Solana ETF comes to markets, we saw yesterday a leaked version on the CME of Solana and XRP futures are going to start trading. The vol will start to slow down a bit in Solana, but the demand for it is nowhere near done. I think this thing has a lot more room to run.
Bitcoin has surged past key resistance levels, bringing fresh optimism to traders as it approaches the $108,000 mark. After briefly dipping, Bitcoin rebounded strongly, signaling a renewed bullish sentiment that leaves altcoins struggling to keep pace. Market participants are now hopeful that new all-time highs are within reach, with many analysts pointing to February as a potential period for price discovery. Despite a hawkish stance from the Federal Reserve and no immediate interest rate cuts, Bitcoin's resilience has surprised many. Initially, the market reacted with caution to the Federal Open Market Committee's decision, but BTC quickly recovered, reclaiming support above $105,000. Traders now see strong technical indicators suggesting continued upward momentum, with stochastic and RSI metrics showing ample room for further gains. Liquidation data also supports the bullish outlook, as sell-side liquidity below $104,000 has been absorbed, creating a path toward $107,000 and beyond. Analysts believe that Bitcoin's market structure remains strong, with bullish divergences playing out and reinforcing confidence in sustained price appreciation. With traders eyeing key resistance at $108,000, the market is bracing for an exciting breakout that could lead to a new phase of price discovery. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.